What happened while we were away, brought to you by something good, I guess. The U.S. military has killed the successor of Osama bin Laden for al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri. Al-Zawahiri was previously believed to be in Pakistan, but the drone strike which killed him targeted a neighborhood in Kabul, Afghanistan, where many politicians who work within the Afghan government are known to reside. So yeah, a year after the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan, al-Qaeda's leader was back in Kabul, so that's awesome. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is in Taiwan, and this has angered the Chinese Communist Party. The CCP has filled its own airwaves and social media channels with militaristic propaganda. At the White House yesterday, National Security Council member John Kirby spoke about the matter.
Repeatedly said that we oppose any unilateral changes to the status quo from either side. We have said that we do not support Taiwan independence. The Speaker has the right to visit Taiwan, and the Speaker of the House has visited Taiwan before without incident, as have many members of Congress, including this year. It's
a day that ends with Y, so the Biden administration also yesterday announced another $500 million in funding for Ukraine. Moving on, today is probably the last major primary day on the calendar until the general elections in November, with primaries going down in Arizona, Missouri, Kansas, and Michigan, among other places. A new Trafalgar Group poll of Arizona, a race a ton of people have been watching, shows firebrand Carrie Lake holding a comfortable lead over her competitors. Voters in Kansas will be deciding today whether the state's constitution protects the right to kill one's baby. It's the first major referendum on baby killing since Roe v. Wade was overturned in June. Over on MSNBC, they're having a normal one talking about Georgia GOP Senate nominee Herschel Walker.
Be a close election in Georgia because Walker has the backing of the Republicans. Now you ask, why are Republicans backing this man who's so clearly unintelligent, who so clearly doesn't have independent thoughts? But that's actually the reason. Walker's going to do what he's told. And that's what Republicans like. That's what Republicans want from their Negroes, to do what they're told. And Walker presents exactly as a person who lacks independent thoughts, lacks an independent agenda, lacks an independent ability to grasp policies. And
the United States Air Force allegedly hosted a drag queen show at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia. Your tax dollars hard at work. This video was allegedly filmed in Houston, Texas.
Loyal sergeant, I'll be your servant.
For those of you listening, what we're watching is a large group of children raising their hands and ostensibly pledging their loyalty to Ayatollah Khamenei of Iran. And finally, another reason why you need to watch the show.
Is brought to you by Pfizer.
CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer.
Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer.
ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer.
CNN Tonight. Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by Pfizer.
And that's what happened while we were away.